My dear students, there are a few other things which need to be considered as a part of an interview. Providing information is very important and key component of the interview. Ascertaining information about the applicant is only part of the interview. Providing information to the applicant is also very much important. So applicants too much decide whether the job and the company are right for them. This is particularly true when unemployment is low and applicants can afford to be selective about the job opportunities. So if the unemployment is low and there are certain kind of situation arises, then the applicants are selective about the job opportunities. Many interviewers assume that applicants come to the interview armed with information about both the company and the job opening, but it is not always true. Perhaps there was a detailed description in the newspaper and to which the applicant responded. Maybe the applicant has been referred by a long-term employee who has extensive knowledge of the company and the available job. And generally, interviewers should inform applicants about what the organization does and how long it is been in the business, as well as provide brief statements about the origins of the company, the current standing of the company in the market among other competitors, and the projected growth of the company. So such kind of information are key information about the company, and it is a very good idea to provide such kind of information to the applicant as well during the interview process. This is naturally leads to the description of a specific job opening. So because when you will talk about the introduction of the company, if you will talk about the origin of the company, obviously this information would shift to the next stage, and that is a description of a specific job opening in that particular company. So details of which may be offered by providing the applicant with a copy of the job description. If you have one on your table, allow him a few moments to read the job description, and then encourage questions based on the contents of the job description. So if you would encourage applicants to ask questions about a job description, it is very good. And if the job description is very comprehensive and well written, obviously there will be no much question. So whether the salary is discussed depends on your company's policy. In addition to the job description, salary is another very much important component of the job opening. It's advisable for interviewers to provide at least general information about the range of a given job. So we are not saying that pinpoint the salary, mention the exact salary in Pakistani rupees, but it is a good idea to give the overall range of that salary when you are providing information to the applicant. Whether salary is discussed depends on your company policy. It is advisable for interviews to provide at least general information about the range. And finally, be certain to inform the applicant what will happen after the interview is over. Because most of the time applicants are quite confused when the interview ends up without giving any particular information that what would happen after an interview. So state approximately when the applicant may expect to hear from you. Whether it is likely that there will be additional interviews, and what to do if she has additional questions. So be certain you have a current telephone number and address so that there will be no problem with the future communication. Because it is not a good idea to leave the interview and then the applicant would not have your number and your address, etc. So there would be no chance of a future communication. If you are concerned that all of this will take too long to explain, prepare a fact sheet that you can hand over to an applicant before concluding the interview. So my dear students, it's not easy for an interviewer to remember all of the things in one chart. So it is better to keep all these information on a one fact sheet, and those informations can be handed over to the applicant before concluding an interview. So this is a good idea if you want to make a future communication with your applicant, and you can ask him to apply for any other job openings whenever such job openings would be in your company.